Hey everybody, Dave here, hidden off-grid hog. Welcome back to another video. In this video, I want to go and talk about something that I wished somebody told me either growing up or in my teens or even my young 20s would have been great. So I am sharing it with you because I think it could help you. So what is that? What I'm talking about here is keeping your intentions away from things that can hurt you, all right? So I'm going to give you some examples because that's what Dave always does. So what am I talking about? What I'm talking about here is, let's say you planning on moving in 6 months or something like that, you know, so are you going to tell your boss you're going to move? No, you know. Why would you tell your boss you're going to move? Something could change, all right? You gotta wait. They don't, give you notice before they fire you. So, matter of fact, they wait till the last minute. So, let me give you an example of what I'm talking about here. I was in the military, Air Force, and then the Chair Force, right? I was in the good old the Chair Force. So, when I was in the Chair Force, I was in an overmanned career field. I was in for roughly about 2 years active duty, and then they offered what was called a Palace Chase, so they allowed me to get out early, and as long as I went into the reserves and kind of finished my time there, which is like time and a half, double time over there. So if I did, 2 years left, I would have to do 4 years in the reserves. So as I was checking this program out, I kind of my leadership or somebody was in charge of me, plus, I don't know what they call them, NCO lead or whatever. They found out about this. So guess what? They took me out of training. They treated me differently. You get passed up for promotion and all that stuff, even though technically promotion is not something that they can really hold up. But I did get, airmen below the zone, which is a very hard thing to get. And they, only got a limited supply of those. And I got that. But, as I was getting later on, and they pulled me from training, they pulled you from other classes, they pulled you from TDY, they stuck you on stuff that was not the stuff that people didn't want to do. They throw you into that type of stuff. So in that case there, holding my intentions and just kind of not telling anybody about that, if at all possible, which is not very easy to do in the military, would have worked out better for me, because who knows, I could have changed my mind or something, right? So that is a good example there. And, a lot of people don't know, but I am going to fire and retire next year. So early retirement, financial independence, retire early, recreational employment. So yes, I will be retiring next year in 2022, and my boss does not know. So I don't really, in the last several years, I kind of had an idea when I was going to retire. And, they put me all the training still. I haven't told them anything of my intentions, but, you also have to play, some stupid games too, right? Like, you have a meeting with them and like, all right, well, what do you see your career going in 5 years? How can I help you get there? It's like, I'm going to retire, so, you need to keep that to yourself, because something could change. Who knows? You could get, hurt or something like that. You need to continue to work. I mean, you never freaking know. So you need to keep those to yourself. You don't want to lie either, right? Like, where do you see yourself in 5 years? You just have to play the dance. You got to play the game a little bit, have your integrity, right? Don't have to lie. But you also don't have to, completely say, oh yeah, I see myself being a manager. I see myself in your spot. I see myself being, an executive level. You don't have to lie, just be truthful, but also you will keep your mind, keep things to yourself, your intentions to yourself, I suppose. So, as I promised, I will do an impression, because this one kind of sums it up. The good old Don Vito, Don Vito from Godfathers, right? Don Corleone. So what did he say? I think it was in Godfather 1 he said this. He said, or it could have been Godfather 2. He said basically, and I'm gonna have to probably do this one a couple of times probably, but
Never tell anybody outside the family what you're thinking.
that's about as best I can do. So, yes, never tell anybody outside the family what you're thinking. And that is so true, because if they get word or they find out, it can really hamper your career. They can pass you up for raises, they can pass you up for promotions, and you never know, right? I am due for a raise early next year, and I'm not going to tell them until after I get the raise, because who knows? I could change my mind. Something could change, right? And you don't want to gyp yourself out of a promotion or a raise. So wait, I'm going to still give them quite a bit of time, a month and a half, maybe 2 months of notice before I actually put my 2 month or month and a half notice in. I'm not going to just leave them high and dry. I've worked there for quite a while, but I'm also going to make sure that I get my raise that I'm due, because if I tell them before the raise, they will probably not give you a raise, and who knows, something could change. So just keep it to yourself. Let me know if you've ever told your boss or manager what your intentions are, and did it screw you, down in the comments. I'd love to hear some stories down there. So hope you got some of this video. If you really like these types of videos, go ahead and like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.